What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of the Brit Box Three Little Birds. This is season 1. I'm assuming there may be a season 2. Episode 3. Again, they are untitled. I have named this My Boo, because this whole episode is about everybody's love interest, so to speak, or lack thereof. In Chantrelle's case, my boo is her worst nightmare. That's what that is. So that's what this episode is about, child. My boo. Let's get right on into it. No, I have not finished doing my hair yet. That's why I look like this. But that's alright. We're going to get this video done and get it popping. Okay. First, I love this show. It is only 6 episodes, so that's all we're going to have is 6 episodes to review this week. But I have a problem with this particular episode. And the problem that I have is the fact that we got a little bit of Leah's background to start with. We got a little bit of Hosanna's background on how they ended up in England. But we have not seen background on Chantrelle. And what we are getting as far as her background is concerned is all being told through the eyes of Leah. I would like to know Chantrelle's story from Chantrelle's point of view. We open up the episode and the girls are playing soccer. Okay. And it's clear to me that there is tension between the sisters. And for those of you who don't understand what's going on, it's colorism. It's definitely colorism going on. And I can see this in the way that how the sisters, they love each other dearly. They seem to be each other's best friend. But because of colorism taking place, you could tell that they are now competing with one another. Like Leah even starts off the episode asking Chantrelle, do you think you're better than me? Okay. 9 times out of 10 in a colorist type of situation, or an environment or society or structure or atmosphere or what have you, when the colorism is going on, they treat the fairer skinned child with much more privilege, kindness, sometimes entitlement, than they do the darker skinned child. And whether the children know it or not, they internalize that and they pit themselves against each other and form like this competitive state of being. And I could see that in this particular episode. It came across, one, with that statement that Leah had made. 2, when Ephraim showed up, it was clear that Ephraim had an attraction towards Chantrelle. Maybe because of her skin, or maybe that he's just like young ass kids. That could be a thing too. And you could clearly see that Leah was interested in him. So when he take a liking to Chantrelle and was telling her how pretty she looked, she made sure to make it known that she was the one who makes their clothes. The reason why her sister looked cute is because I made that dress, right? And she was supposed to be going off to Kingston to be a seamstress. Now, remember in the very first episode when they first got on the ship, that was one of the things that Chantrelle said, was that's the last time she was going to ever have to make a dress again. And I was shocked to hear that Leah was the one who was the actual dressmaker, and that's what she wanted to do. So it's already clear to me at this particular point that the mother, Mama Gladys, decided that, and I believe it's due to colorism, Chantrelle's fair skin, that she would receive a better shot at making something of herself. So she sent her off to seamstress school. And Leah was stuck there, left to take care of the house, milk the cow, take care of the other kids, tend the land, cook the food. Leah was the one left there to be the servant, while Chantrelle was being pushed off to find a better way of life for herself. And even though these sisters have not directly said it, you could tell, or at least I could tell, that there is a colorist environment that they was brought up in, and they are internalizing that against each other without even realizing it, possibly. Not because I'm not saying that it's intentional. It's just it's a reaction to how they grew up. So they were playing soccer, and like I said, we showed her playing soccer with her sister. She even kicked Chantrelle in the leg. I mean, she kicked her so hard there was already a red bruise from the giddy up. And Ephraim, who was like peeping, like a peeping Tom in damn woods or something, the sugarcane fields somewhere, came around and was like, went to go tend to Chantrelle her leg. Came over there like, oh, you look so pretty, you doing good in the game. Why a pretty girl like you playing football? Yada yada this, yada that. Now he ain't saying why a pretty girl like Leah playing football. Let's take note of that. So, but when he made this comment, Leah was like, hey, well, I'm the one that make all her clothes, da 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 da. Move forward from there. And he was trying to get her to come with him so he could tend to her bruise. Like, it's going to bruise all up, being as fair skinned as you are. And Leah like, no, me and my sister going home. Okay. At first I was like, okay, she protected her sister from this pervert. Because he look kind of older than they do, right? And she protecting her sister. But it was more so I'm not protecting my sister. I'm making sure that my sister not interested in you, or you don't get the interest in my sister. And I like you, okay? Because she was like making, smoldering eyes and all that kind of stuff, and smile and everything at Ephraim. And then Chantrelle picked up on that, and she was like, ow! She did LeBron James with the fake, ow! Like she was really hurt, but she really wasn't. I mean, she was hurt because she was seriously bruised up, but still, just to draw the attention from Ephraim from Leah back to her. So like I said, that whole little competitive nature thing was going on, and it just wasn't a competition between sisters. That was definitely a colorism thing, especially by him mentioning the fact that how fair skinned she was, and But like I said, that first comment when she said, "You think you better than me," that instantly like, okay, I see what's going on here. So this particular episode, like I said, we're getting to see a little bit of Chantrelle's backstory through the eyes of Leah. One being, Chantrelle has always had men have their eye on her. Okay? And Leah didn't get that type of attention that her sister was getting. Two, the mama saw fit to send Chantrelle off to school to do the one thing that Leah loved, and left Leah at home to be the servant of the household. Pretty much, what I'm saying? So her dreams was shitted on to make her sister's dream that she didn't even dream about come true. And Leah had soaked up that idea that was the best thing for everybody, because she got better things to do at home, She got to be the one to stay home and take care of mama, So we see that as well. How Leah got into Chantrelle got into the acting bug, I don't know. They haven't. That's why I'm saying. That's why I wanted more on Chantrelle, a little bit more background on her. I don't know how Chantrelle got this mindset that white people and their lifestyle is so much better than her, that she wants to become them. Maybe because of her fair skin. It's like I said, it's another situation. Because of her fair skin, she was treated so much better than her sister and her brother possibly was treated. And she picked up on that. She internalized that as well. So she figured that being white is damn near right, and she leans toward that, and that will make somebody who's not that complexion have a problem. You know what I'm saying? You have a problem with that. Okay. So Leah, though, we are getting to see more of Leah's backstory as well. And on this particular episode, we seeing her involvement with Ephraim more. So we see where their relationship picked up. So we get back to the house, and Mama Gladys is taking the goats to town, probably go sell the goats or whatever she's gonna do with them. And she's running off this list of everything that Leah gotta do before she get back home. Like, she gotta cook, she gotta clean, she gotta, mow the lawn, she gotta build the house, she gotta do all kind of shit. while her mama gone away. And it seems like her mama goes away often and goes away for long periods of time as well. There's never any mention of who their father is or what happened to their dad. Ephraim pops up. But when he pops up, he like, where's Chantrelle? Okay. And that's when we find out that Chantrelle has been sent away to seamstress school. Leah's damn job. Leah's doggone dream, right? And then they get to talking, and he was like, you know, I see you taking care of the house when your mama gone for days at a time. And she's like, that's all you see? He's like, no, I see you too. I see you, okay. And he already being flirtatious with her because she milking the cow, and he talking about how he would like her hands on him, and he would be happy for her, to, you know, to milk him. You know what I'm saying? You know what that meant. And he gonna help her take the milk to the house and everything. And she was like, well, you know, Mama Gladys don't want you near our house. And he was like, she'll be all right, you know, okay, let me get her this milk up there for you, girl. So you knew something possibly happened with them. And maybe they know shaboinka, maybe they did that thing, you know what I'm saying? And maybe she ended up pregnant because he did offer her a place to stay. He got a farm down the road that he building big things on. He'll make the big things popping, and he's somebody he'll come till the land, come work for him. Kind of reminded me of the scene in Color Purple. You know, when Missa came down there because he needs somebody to take care of them damn children. That's the scene that remind. I don't know why that perversion just hooked onto me from Ephraim. That's what I picked up from him. Okay, so now we're back to England, present day time, and it's a soccer game going on, right? So there's a lot of things happening in England present day that keeps taking Leah's mind back to her husband. They're playing soccer. She's, on the sidelines cheering on. It's at work. Whites against blacks. And then the foreman is like, it's supposed to be in the integrated teams or what have you, but everybody picks sides and they stay with their own kind, one of the dudes hit Shelton really hard, baby. He shoulder checked his ass super duper hard, knocked him down, pretty much almost ended the game because they was about to tussle a little bit, what have you. The ball went off to the sideline where Leah was at, and Leah was able to kick it back in to Shelton, and they scored a goal. I don't know how that worked, how the person on the sideline can put the game back into play and then you score and they get the point, but that's what they did. So anyhow, that just piqued Shelton's interest in her a little bit more. Okay, so you do this, you do that. Clarendon girls, y'all do the damn thing. Y'all sprinters. Clarendon girls, oh god dang, my light just went out. Y'all see that? Oh, is it just me? Can y'all see that on my camera? Then it just got bright again. That's my light. One of my light bulbs must be blowing out. One of them already blew out. Oh, give me a second. Hold on. Let me turn it off. That's kind of creepy. My bad. Not a video all dark, but it's all right because that was creepy. Okay, so he got an interest in Leah, so he trying to chat her up like, hey, there's a lot of things about you I don't know that I think I want to get to know. How about we hook up sometime, right? She was like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. He's like, well, let's just go for a walk, walk and talk, get to know each other. She was like, okay, maybe. Well, while this is happening, this chick named Bernadette walks up. Baby Bernadette done cooked Shelton the whole meal, honey. Big food for Big Mont, okay? She got him some rice and peas. What else was in there? Was it rice and peas and some jerk chicken? Some dumpling. Rice and peas and some dumpling, baby. She cooked that on up for him, and he looking like, okay, girl, thank you. In a jewelry box, dog. It brought to him in a jewelry box. And, she said, Shantae on up there, didn't study Leah, not damn bit. But Leah paid attention to her like, that's what you got going on? You got these women up here cooking for you? Okay. But Shelton's like, what? She do this all the time. That's basically what he was looking like. Okay, so as the time goes on, they've eventually agreed to go out on a date to the movies, right? They went to go see this old black and white film. I don't know the name of it. If y'all seen this show and y'all know that movie, recognize it, drop it in the comment section for me. I don't know what it was, but in a particular show, there was a scene where the police officer, the constable, depending on where you live, he was pretty much sexually harassing a woman, sexually assaulting a woman in the show. And Leah got really uncomfortable. Okay, so uncomfortable to the point where she got up and walked out the theater. So Shelton run after her, and they have a brief chat about how she don't feel comfortable about big men putting their hands on a woman. That's not what they should be shown in the movie. Why they got that in there? There's another. And they decide to leave the theater, right? So, you know, she triggered because of her relationship that she has with Ephraim. And they go out and they walk and talk some more. What am I missing? They go out and they walk and talk some more. Something happened before this movie. Something happened before this movie, because it's a valid point. We're doing this walk and talk. Let me finish this out while I'm thinking about it. We're doing this walk and talk. He put her on the bus. They kiss. You know what I'm saying? She feeling all. Yeah, I'm missing a whole lot here. I just realized I'm missing a whole lot. And he asked her to be his woman, and she says yes. Okay, so let me go back for a second. Earlier in the day, they got their paychecks. Money was funny. They taking taxes out. They taking out benefits, whatever. So the money that she thought she was going to earn ain't on that check, right? So they get together to do this little scheme. I forgot what we call it here in America. But I know we had people that used to do it too. You put money in a pot. It's like a web type of thing. You put money in the pot, and one person gets the pot, right? In their case, they taking out so much of the money, and that person gets it, so the pot's still growing. As the pot grows, they got more money to help people pay bills. It was like the first black bank system, is the way that when I first was introduced to it. This is how we all put money in here, and then we borrow against the money. But I always question, like, who decide who gets the money first? How do you decide who gets the money first, right? And then, like Bernadette was saying, you know, back home, people would just run off with the fucking money. So we done put all this money together, you know, everybody kicking in the pot, and then one person take off and take the whole goddamn pot. So, but a lot of the people, they agree to do this whole little system, and she called it a partner scheme. When you say the word scheme, it just really don't sound good, right? What would we call it here in America? If y'all know, put it down in the comment section. Because I know black people here did it. Because I remember being, when I was younger, they always talked about doing it. Everybody collectively put their money in the pot. It was something that we did here in America too. But I can't think of what it was actually called. But I know it, I want to say it's like a web, because we used to draw a web, and we had people's name on the web, but who started in the center, and whoever the center person was in the web, that's who got the money that particular week. I remember that. I never did it. Did I try to do it? I did try to do it once or twice, and I never got the damn money. Never. Everybody pretty much dropped out before it came to me, before it got to my name, and I never understood how the rotation went. Anyway, child. So they gonna agree to do all this, right? So Leah was able to collect all the money, and she's holding on to it. Now, I was surprised to see them back in Sean's club. Because remember, last episode, the Teddy Boys tore that fucking club up. They busted out the windows, threw mocktails inside of a fire and everything. And now they back up in the club. One of the things I noticed too that I was tripped off of is the amount of segregation that's going on in England. Okay, so in America, you know, slavery happened, and once slavery ended, black people was kind of integrated a little bit until they decided to do the segregation where we couldn't use this fountain, we couldn't go this place, we couldn't, had to ride at the back of the bus, and you know, they weren't never really nice to us, period. But you know, when at first it was a little more laxed, and then things took a turn for the worse, right? I noticed that that's happening here in England as well. When they're in the club, all the blacks are in the back, the whites are up front. But like in Sean's club, the black people go through the white space in order to get back to their area. They ain't got to go a back door to go around to. They got to enter into. And Sean seems to be at ease with everybody. With Sean's Irish or Welsh. She's one of those two. And also when Leah was on the bus, I noticed that she, as a black person, sat in the back of the bus. Although there was a black bus driver. I didn't realize that England had the same type of segregation going on that we had in America, which sparked our civil rights movement. So I'm curious, if you're British and you're watching the show and you know your British history, I'm curious about when did the civil rights movement, if I can call it that, happen for England? When did they remove all the segregation where, it was blacks only, whites only, that type of thing? It doesn't seem to be... It's almost like, okay, where they're at in England right now, they're forcing the black people to be in here with the white people. Like I say, they was invited over to England to help rebuild the country after the war. So this was like a forced integration, like forced by convenience type of integration. And it's like the people are being forced to accept it, but we still gonna treat you like shit every chance we can. They get the mean stares and the mean looks every once in a while. We had the whole interaction with the Teddy Boys. And then we have this interaction later on with Hosanna. So yeah, I was tripping off that. I didn't realize that they had it the exact same way. It was the exact same pattern going on in England as happened here in the United States. Because when you think of the civil rights movement, you think of the United States. You think of all that happened here, not realizing that we had so many similarities across the pond from one another. Leah, money, boom, yeah, Shelton. Okay, so as far as Hosanna is concerned, they were out talking about the money and talking about the partner scheme, and Aston made mention of the fact they get to buy their little love shack, raise some little picnics and everything, and have it going on. And Hosanna took offense to that. That was really offensive to her. You talking about a love shack instead of talking about a home. It's not the same thing, right? So, she told Shelton, don't get it twisted. Just because you got me a ticket here, don't mean that you got a ticket to this ass. Let's not understand that, right? So she was like, you better, Leah, you better talk to your brother. You better get them together, right? So Leah told her, look her, just take her out, get to know her. Take a window shopping. We used to do that all the time. We used to like window shopping. Take a window shopping, get to know her a little bit, right? Chantrelle not the only one who want to be treated like a princess. And when she made that statement too, again, I was like, see, there we go again. That internalized. Because of the colorist life that they live, Leah has this disdain for her sister that's like, it's an underlying disdain, even though she love her. It's like, Anywho, because there was no compliment to say that she wanted to be treated like a princess. No, that wasn't. Aston decided he gonna take her window shopping into Birmingham, right? So him and Hosanna going to Birmingham. He buying her flowers. They stop by this little wedding shop, wedding dress shop, and they welcomed in. The lady decided to assist them and everything, and she puts on this dress, and Hosanna loves the dress because it looks like the dress that her mama had in her wedding pictures. But the problem is that it costs £35. Okay, they don't even make close to that amount of money. Even the little pyramid scheme that they got going on, the partner scheme, the person only supposed to get £10 kicked out to him. How the hell is he going to afford £35 on a damn dress? Hosanna already want to have a farmland, building a house on the land and, planting their old food and everything. And, asking like, that's going to cost a lot of doggone money that I don't have. He already spent his fortune just to get them tickets to get there to England, right? So, but she tries on this dress. She really like it. And when they start talking about that money, asking her, talking about a layaway plan, like, girl, come on now. Can I pay this off piece by piece or what have you? I got a line on my face right there. Anywho, and Hosanna's like, what the heck is going on? So the store clerk then, this is when her racist moment began to shine. She tells her, okay, we can get you about this dress. Y'all need to go down there to the little color store where items are more colorful and maybe you can afford it, right? So Aston's like, you know what? I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna treat you like the queen you're supposed to be treated. You gonna get the dress that you deserve. I don't care if you want a fucking potato sack, baby. You beautiful to me, right? And he got down on his knee and he proposed to her right then and there. And she finally accepted his proposal. They gonna get married, right? And he's like, he'll come back here and buy up this little hoity-toity shop. I don't know why we do that as black people. We get treated like shit and told that we can't buy something from these white folks. And then we decided we want to prove a motherfucking point to them and come back with the funds or the finances or whatever and buy up the place. Buy it down, you know what I'm saying? Let them know that I got money, motherfucker, right? And that's all we do is put the fucking money in their pocket. Take the money and go elsewhere. Don't spend your money there. That's how you beat their asses. Don't spend their money there. But we decide we gonna spend the money in the motherfucking establishment and show them how much money we can spend. I had the same shit. I did the same shit. I was in Antigua Barbuda. And I went to this little Asian shop, right? And I was buying these clothes. And the girl in the shop told me when I came in that they didn't have nothing in there to fit me. And I'm like, I wasn't even this weight, child. I was probably about 60 pounds lighter than what I am right now. And I'm like, they got nothing to fit me. She just didn't want to sell no clothes to the black girls that walked in. Right? And so to prove a point to this bitch, I went and bought up every goddamn pair of pants in this place. Stupid of me. That's all I did was put money in their motherfucking pocket. I should have took my shit and went to where my money is appreciated. Okay, that's what the fuck I should have did, but I didn't. I did the same thing. So I understand Ash's mentality. Like, I'm going to show you. But I'm so glad that I have grown. Growth. I have grown from that shit. Fuck them and feed them grits. That's how I feel about them now. I ain't finna prove shit to your bitch ass. I can take my shit and run. Take my shit and go somewhere else. My black dollars you won't have. At all. That's how I feel about it now. Okay, so anywho. They go back to the house to tell everybody that they about to get married. Now, when they come in, Leah come in, they announce it. Hosanna get this whole little speech about this is the Lord's work. We rejoice in love, and love is kind, love is this, love is that. And Leah had just got a letter from home. We found out Ephraim not dead. She just really knocked him on his ass because he done showed up at Mama Gladys' house, drunk as a skunk, trying to see the kids. And Mama Gladys had to beat his ass with a bat, or she was beating him with something to get him out of the house. And she was saying how sorry she made her marry Ephraim. She's sorry that she did that. And she glad that she ran and she's safe and the kids is cool. Don't worry about the kids back here. But tell Aston we need some motherfucking money. Okay? We need some barley and some money. I don't know what the barley is for. Send some now. That's nothing that I don't get. That when people, most foreign people that not of the United States, that's what I call foreign. When they leave home to go find a better life, the people that they leave at home expect them to still take care of them. They can barely take care of their damn self. I came here to make a better life, and now I got to send money back to you every time I get a little extra. I understand me wanting to help, wanting to kick down, but I can't take care of you all my goddamn life. I just can't. I just don't understand. Like I say, I understand helping kick down every once in a while, but not take care of you. Like I'm sending you a fucking allowance every goddamn time I get paid. Anywho, child. Maybe it's just my upbringing shit, because I know that's fuck only in America that we don't do that shit. Every other culture that I know of, they go away from home and they gotta send money. No, every other black culture that I know, they go away from home, they gotta send money back to their families and take care of the families back at where they moved from, because now they doing a little bit better than before. That's why Aston broke. That's why he can't afford shit. Okay, but anywho, so Leah just got that letter, right? So when she heard this from Hosanna talking about how love is patient, love is kind, we don't lie to the ones we love, Leah gets it in her that she got to go and talk to Shelton. So she goes down there to the bar. He always at the fucking bar. Goes down there to the bar and tells him, look here, I'm married, dog. I'm married. Married with 3 kids. He is upset. Like, how could you? You just embarrassed me. Dude, you don't like her that fucking much. Y'all just said y'all was going to be boyfriend and girlfriend right now. You that deep in? Is this, you that insulted? He was like, you just lied to me. I can understand you upset about the lie, but you overreacting, Shelton. You really overreacting. You don't even know her for real. Yeah, this is your first fucking date. Whatever. So, but she liked him, you know what I'm saying? She was all giddy and stuff when they almost kissed the first time. And, you know, she really liked him. And now she done lost her chances with with Shelton, at least for now. We know he'll come back around possibly. So, yeah. So, while this is going on, Ashley had told Hosanna, I got a letter I wrote to your daddy. I'm going to ask for your hand in marriage the right way. Hosanna took the letter. She's like, no, I'm going to mail it to daddy. And I'm like, you know where your daddy at? That's what my thought is, right? You know where your daddy at? So Ashley leaves out the house. And Hosanna like, where are you going? He's like, I need to go clear my head. We supposed to be celebrating. We just got engaged. What you need to clear your head for? She said, but go ahead on. Because she worried about that damn letter. Because she don't want to give Aston her daddy's address to let him know that she don't know where the fuck her daddy at this particular time. So we see Aston leave out the house. Aston stops by this house and drops the envelope of money into the mailbox. To me, it looked like the same envelope that Leah was keeping the scheme money in. They didn't show us that clearly. They didn't even show us that Aston went up to Leah's room and got the money in and like that. That's all we saw was him drop this money. He dropped it in his house. It was a white lady house. She came out, opened the door, and you saw her go through the money. So that was the money from everybody. That's clear to me. That was the money that everybody pooled together. The money pool. Is that what it's called? What the fuck is it called, y'all? Anywho, do Aston got babies that I don't know about? Why would he be giving this white woman money? Is that the house that him and Hosanna supposed to live in? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on with Aston and why would he give that white woman that money. I guess I'll find out in a future episode. Hosanna, she goes to her Bible and she pulls out this little piece of paper. Like, child, I had to watch this 10 times to read what the hell was on that damn paper. It said to M. Clementine. Oh no, C. McFarland. With and it was some hotel name in Little Graydon, England. First I thought Little Graydon was a kid. I said, does she got kids? Is Clementine and Little Graydon kids that she had? That was my first thought. Then I, like I said, had to rewind it like 7 times to figure out what the hell that note said. I believe that's her daddy. Clementine must be the daddy. Clementine McFarland, when he left, it took the money and ran. He went to Little Graydon, England, which is over by Yorkshire, if I'm not mistaken. And that's where her daddy is. So she need to go confront him and see her daddy after all these years. That's what my assumption is. Okay, so Chantrelle. Y'all notice I always tell Chantrelle's story apart from everybody else's. I never interweave her story, and that's because that's how they're telling her life. They have made Chantrelle secondary to the rest of the story, and that's possibly how she's been her whole life in theory. So it's like metaphorically, this is how Chantrelle was always separated from them, because maybe she was sent off to school, she was treated differently, I told y'all last episode she was living in Handmaid's Tale, and I knew that motherfucker was gonna take that door off her bedroom. Remember I told you he was trying to creep in her room and she put that shirt beneath her and blocked the door? I knew he was going to remove the door from her bedroom. And the reason why I know, because I told y'all before that I was molested growing up. That's exactly what happened in our household. The motherfucker removed the doors. He removed the fucking doors on us. So that way he was easily able for that person to creep in. So Chantrelle in bed at night trying to sleep, and this motherfucker trying to creep up there, or at least she think he is. She had already told Shaban, which is the neighbor next door, that she feels unsafe with him, right? But he's seemingly a good guy because he got her audition down at the studios, and so she happy about that. So he may not be a bad guy after all, but she can't sleep at night because, like I say, not only did this motherfucker remove her door, Diane, the wife, came and removed her James Dean post off the wall, trying to make the home feel not like hers at all. Don't want her to be comfortable in her space. She still ain't getting paid at all from these people, right? She basically working for free. And you know, he tell her, like, this is my house, this is my door. Basically, I can do what the fuck I want to. But I was coming up here to tell your ass last night about the doggone audition, but you had the door blocked, so I couldn't get in this motherfucker. So he got an audition supposedly set up for her, but he got to take her. It just reminded me of, like I said, my situation too growing up. The uncle that was molesting me, that motherfucker would always take me somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel like this was about to go down with Chantrelle. And I was like, Lord Jesus, this poor baby. And it's like I said, it's kind of telling the story of Chantrelle without really telling the story of Chantrelle. I would like to know her story though, you know. But this particular night, he wasn't out the side of the door. She just thought he was, and she snuck out the house and ran over to Siobhan's house. And we've never seen Siobhan's family. We never seen any of the children that Siobhan worked with. We always just see Siobhan sitting out in the yard by herself, chilling and chillaxing. She opens the door, lets Chantrelle in, and tells her, "You can stay here with me." Chantrelle was like, "Okay, fine, I'm gonna sleep in the chair." She's like, "No, you can stay in my bed. I had 6 sisters. We used to pack in like sardines before. You can be comfortable." I thought something was wrong with that. Not that I haven't slept with my cousins before. Not that I haven't slept in the bed with my friends when we go out of town. We share the same hotel bed. But something about the way that Siobhan was looking at Chantrelle made me say, Siobhan about to take advantage of her too. So sometimes you see people who are in a vulnerable state, and then you run up on somebody else who's being just as kind and just as nice, and they're going to take advantage of your vulnerable state. They're going to make themselves pretend to be a friend and then take advantage of you as well. And that's the vibe I'm getting from Siobhan. Hopefully I'm wrong, but that's the vibe I'm getting. You know, she was sitting there looking at her while she was drinking that doggone liquor like, "Girl, I will lick you up and down." That's how Siobhan was looking at her. And when she got in the bed with her, because it seemed like after this particular incident, Chantrelle kept going there to sleep at night so she could sleep peacefully. And Siobhan wrapped herself all up around her like she was her lover. She gonna take advantage of her, or we gonna have our lesbian scene? That's something's gonna happen. Something gonna happen. That's what I'm feeling right particularly now. Anyway, Chantrelle go down to the audition. Wayne Gate wanted to take her, but Siobhan came over like, "Look, girl, we gonna go down there. I'm gonna let you get dropped off at the place." She got on in the place real easy, you know, show her little headshot and got all the looks and the stares from all the white men. Like I said, her story is being told without being told. All the white men are attracted to her. The one at the gate, looking at her, looking up and down. Remember when she came through customs, the dude stamping the passport book was like, looking at her like that. And then she walked past these white dudes, there's just pushing some like crewmen, and they looking at her up and down, and watching her shake that thing. I told her she got an ass on her, baby. That girl, she got a backside on her. But anyway, she goes into the audition and she doing her thing. She got her, you know, I can't do a British accent at all. But you know, it comes easy for her because she's really British, the actress is. Anywho, she doing her little thing. And first the guys on the casting call ain't really paying attention to what's going on, but they hear her. And they like, "Who the fuck is that?" You know? And they looked up, then they see her. I don't care how good you are, baby, you black. I'm sorry, this ain't for you. Okay, we doing Mary Queen of Tudor. I forgot which show they was supposed to be doing, but we doing all that. And I don't remember no black people being in the royal house or some shit like that. So they told her this the wrong role. So she goes out, you know, mad, angry, crying. She damn near looked like the white girls who was sitting there. But she had a little bit of tint of color. And they noticed that tint of color. And they said, "No, baby, you can't be in this role. You can't get this role. We're not cast for black women right now." So she goes back to the house. She confronts Wayne Gate about it. And he was like, "Well, if you'd have let me take you down there like I said I would, I could have smoothed things over." There was no audition. There was no audition set up for her. He was like, "I could have gave you a fair hearing if you'd have let me take it, but you had to go with your little friend." So she confronts him about the money. And he was like, "You know what? As long as you do things right, you know what I'm saying, by my wife, by my kids, and by me, and you know what the fuck I mean, then maybe you'll get paid. Maybe I'll give you a fair wage. And while she was confronting him, Diane, the wife, walked up, and you could tell that this was some things that she already was aware her husband was doing, trying to sleep with the help, take advantage of the help. And Chantrelle is able to leave and get out of the situation before it got too nasty. But yeah, she's in a bad way. She in a bad way, child. I just want her to get out that fucking house. But she won't tell her sister what's going on. She won't tell Leah about the household that she's in because she wants to present to the world that everything is okay, that she's living this lavish lifestyle, and Leah doesn't seem none the wiser, or she can't pick up on what's happening with her sister. Like I said, when they had that phone call, the only thing that Leah was able to trip off of was that Chantrelle said that she want a man that is nice and is kind, and Leah was like, that ain't you? Who am I talking to? You usually be like, I want a big car, big things popping. That's usually what you want in a man. But she ain't picking up the fact that something is wrong with her sister. I mean, she is an actor, so she's acting well. So we end with, like I said, with Chantrelle still sleeping at Siobhan's house, and she's like wrapped up tight in Siobhan's arms. Siobhan damn near got a leg thrown over her. We leave with Aston dropping the money off at that lady's house. To me, I don't understand. I don't know why. We leave with Hosanna looking at the address where she last known her, I believe, her daddy to be. And I guess we're going to see her venture off that. And we see Leah being turned away from Shelton, after admitting that she got a husband and 3 kids back home in Jamaica, and Shelton being lied to. But I really think that was the money that Aston took from the people. We'll see in episode 4. I didn't realize this video was going to be this long, but thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm going to do Travel and Talk on Thursday. Peace.